Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be discussing MFA, what it is and why you should be using it. So what is multi-factor authentication? Well, multi-factor authentication, or MFA, is where you sign into an app, a system or a device using more than one method of authentication, hence the multi-factor. A password on its own is a single factor. Multi-factor is using more than one factor to prove your identity's login, so you're typically using two or more of the following. Something you know, like a password or a memorized PIN. Something you have, like a smartphone or a secure USB key. And something you are, like a fingerprint or facial recognition. So why should we use multi-factor? Put simply, it's a lot more secure than a password alone. A password can be compromised via various methods, such as brute force attack, or from a compromised password list, a social engineering attack, or just from being a weak password, which leads to one of those others. By adding another factor that is much harder to compromise, we protect against the most common cyber attacks. Identity compromise is one of those top cyber threats, and it not only leads to the compromise of the data in your account, it can open up access to other systems, or give the ability for a criminal to launch further attacks laterally or downstream from you. Now, is MFA foolproof? No. There are increasing threat vectors that aim to compromise MFA as well. But for most common identity-based attacks, it provides a huge level of protection, so much so that it is consistently one of the top security recommendations from organisations such as the UK's National Cybersecurity Centre and Microsoft. How do you actually use it then? Well, the most common way is to use an authenticator app. This is a secure app on your phone that provides a rotating code that you would prompt you for when you log in. SMS or text message delivery of this code is common too, but it is decreasing in use as it is the easiest factor now to compromise. That said, SMS-based MFA is still better than no MFA if that's all you have available. Now, configuring MFA will vary from platform to platform, but in broad terms, you or your IT admin will have switched on MFA in the user account settings, typically in the security privacy type areas of your settings. That will give you a QR code, and you can scan that from the Authenticator app on your phone. This then completes the setup. It adds the app to your Authenticator app, and then will prompt you to log in when you log into that particular platform. The great news is you can use this at home, not just at work. Most major platforms such as social media, shopping, banking, many more now offer MFA. And again, this can be configured in a similar way in the user settings. How often do we hear someone saying, don't accept a friend request for me, or don't click that link I shared, I've been hacked? Using MFA even at home on those social media platforms, those shopping platforms, etc., would greatly improve your protection against this sort of thing. So to summarize, please enable MFA in your work and personal apps. As I said, it's not foolproof and it won't protect against all attacks, but the level of protection it gives versus having nothing is huge, and it is a great step forward in protecting particularly your identity, both at home and at work. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Feel free to drop your comments and thoughts below. Any questions as well on the topic, or anything you might like to hear more on. And I'll see you on the next video.